Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Testing. Why am I a little bit low? Hold up. One sec. Hold up. Can y'all hear me? My Roadcaster Pro. Let's change the output. One sec. Settings. Why is my microphone low? Input. There we go. Is that better? Is that better? There we go. Yeah. What's going on, Philadelphia 76er Nation? How are you all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure that you guys turn on those notification bell icons too. And that way you know when we do go live. We have a game tonight. Sixers are taking on the Toronto Raptors. They're back in their black and white uniforms. They look sick. I cannot wait to watch this team play. Of course, Allen Iverson is ringing the bell tonight. And, this should be a big game between the Sixers and the Raptors. Look, the Sixers, they lost back-to-back games. They ended up losing a heartbreaker to the Chicago Bulls, a game where they had the lead. They had them right on the ropes. They had a big lead, and they just blew it. And it came down to the very, very end where the team could not score a field goal with 6 minutes and 21 seconds to go. It's absolutely insane. The fact that they lost that game is unbelievable to me. And then they get outplayed the second night, and they just did not show up, and they didn't do a good job at all, just from the get-go. They were not able to set the tone. They looked very tired out there. They looked very lackadaisical on both offense and on defense. They could not rebound the basketball. The shot selection was very poor, and nobody really could step up in that ball game. So now you're back at home for a back-to-back, and you have to respond. Okay, you take on the Toronto Raptors tonight, and then tomorrow, you have another game, and you're going to be playing against the Detroit Pistons. So we'll see how they do, and then they play on Tuesday against the Boston Celtics. That'll be another test in itself, but I'm really hoping that they can take 2 out of 3 with these next games. They can split tonight and tomorrow and then beat Boston. I really want them to beat Boston on Tuesday. I think that is another game where you just have to win. That team just beat you the last time, 109-108. They've evened the series at 1 apiece. You need to capitalize. You need to bounce back against them. So if you take 2 out of 3 within these next 3 games, I think that that's a success at home. So that's where I stand. Let me know what you guys think down below. What are your final score predictions for tonight's game? How do you think the Sixers have done as a whole within these first 8 games? Let me know what you guys have to say about that too down below. Did I say 8? Yeah, it is. It's been 8 games. You win 4 your first 5, and then you lose your last 2 games. So, and then you won a game. So you're 1-2 over your last 3. All right. Let's get Twitter up. Let's do that right now. But yeah, we'll get into the starting lineups. As far as injuries go for tonight, I just wanted to throw this out there. I know that somebody asked me. Dominic Barlow's not playing. Paul George is still out too. And for the Toronto Raptors, Jakob Poeltl is not playing. So those are all the injuries for tonight's game. And we'll obviously keep you intact with extra news that is to come. I think that they're going to play well tonight. I just have a gut feeling that they're going to go out there with poise. They're going to have momentum. They're going to make their shots. The question is, when the game goes into the third quarter, how do you respond, right? How does Nick Nurse have his team coming out of the gates? I really don't know. I've been very underwhelmed with the play calling again this year from an overall standpoint. And as a head coach, you have to have your team ready coming out of the locker room, and Nick Nurse has just failed to do that. So I have not been happy with it at all, and I'm just hoping tonight that they get themselves a W and start things off right with the black jerseys. All right, so let's get into the starting lineups right now. Here we go. For the Toronto Raptors, they got Emmanuel Quickley. Okai Agbaji, and then it's Brandon Ingram, or R.J. Barrett, and Scotty Barnes. They got Scotty Barnes over at the 5. For the Philadelphia 76ers, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr., Trendon Watford, and Joel Embiid are in the lineup. They had hip-hop ring the bell tonight. Oh, wow. That's what they did. I thought it was supposed to be Allen Iverson. Somebody told me that before. But hip-hop ended up ringing the bell. So, all right. We are ready to get underway. Let's get the box score up and running. It is. We just got to wait for the game to start. And we will do that. Dude, they look so sick. Oh, it looks so cool to see him back. It looks so nice to see hip-hop back as well. This arena is rocking. All right. Raptors are in their red and black uniforms. We'll get you the referees right now as well. So you got John Goebel, Eric Dalen, and Derek Collins as the referees for tonight's game. I expect that Joel Embiid is going to have an easy night against Scotty Barnes. I really do. Even at this stage of Joel Embiid's career, I just don't think that he stands a chance guarding him just one-on-one. But that's where I stand on that. Dude, this looks great. All right, here we go. Embiid will tip things off with Scotty Barnes, and Barnes actually wins the tip-off and sends it back over to Emmanuel quickly. So the Raptors are going from right to left. This is one of 4 matchups between Philadelphia and Toronto. Barnes thought about taking an elbow J. Now he goes into the mid-post and puts up a shot over Embiid, and it ends up working out. Not the start that you wanted, but it's 2-0 already. Okay. Where is the box score? There it is. Sixers on the drive themselves. Watford ends up making the dunk, and VJ Edgecombe ends up getting the assist over on the other side. It's nice to see you. Yeah, it is. All right, here's an elbow J from Brandon Ingram, and they already make it 4-2. Ingram had his injuries that he dealt with last year, and the Raptors are obviously hoping that he can stay healthy. Maxey dumps it off over to Embiid. Embiid back to Maxey. Behind the back, bounce pass over to Embiid for 3. Joel Embiid's three-pointer goes in and out. Edgecombe offensive rebound. Sends it outside to Oubre. One more to Watford for 3. And Trendon Watford connects. Nice shot there by Trendon Watford, and a good rebound by VJ as well. We have a foul called on the Sixers. It'll be on Watford himself. That's his first personal of the ball game. So let me know what you guys think down below. Marianne says I can hear you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, James. I really do. 5-4 76ers. Sixers have obviously got to defend the 3. And they got to do really well out in transition. They were getting beaten in transition so many times in the last game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was a main reason why they ended up losing. All right, here is Quickly who gets the inbound pass. Lets it fly for a 3, and he hits it in the face of Tyrese Maxey. It's now 7-5 Toronto. We've only played about 1:45 so far in this first quarter. Embiid looking to dump it off over to Maxey. There was somebody that almost interfered with that steal, but luckily Maxey got it. Maxey puts up a tray way too strong. Watford offensive board, and Maxey again for a 3. He can't hit it that time. Sixers could not get a rebound either, and the Raptors, well, they have numbers, as Quickly dumps it back off, and another three-pointer for Toronto. They are just hitting everything. They now have 10 points. The Sixers have 5. Emmanuel Quickly from 26 feet, showing Tyrese Maxey how it's done, as Maxey missed a couple of those on that last offensive possession. 10-5 Toronto, 9:33 left to go in the first quarter. Embiid almost got away with a travel and instead hits a layup inside. He was being defended very heavily, and he still was able to get it off. I'm surprised they didn't call it travel, though. He took about 4 steps, it looked like. Barrett going to the rack. Nobody was on him, and he throws it down with the right-handed sledgehammer. It's 12-7 Toronto, and with 9:11 to go, Sixers will inbound it. It was a very late inbound there from VJ Edgecombe. And so Watford now has the rock. Gives it back over to Maxey. Embiid coming up for a screen. Maxey decides to use it. Double team comes, kicks it out to Watford for three. It's a little bit short. That was from the far corner. Rebound by Toronto. They have numbers again, and another three is up and in by Emmanuel Quickly. This guy has just been given space. He has hit all three of his three-point shots so far, and he is heating up like a stove. Oubre over on the far corner, being guarded heavily by RJ Barrett, takes it with the left-handed dribble, tries to take it to the rack, puts it up, and puts it in. And finally, the Sixers are able to stop the bleeding. Like that little dribble drive from Kelly Oubre Jr. You want him to be aggressive. Well, the Raptors turn the ball over. VJ Edgecombe sticks his hand in the cookie jar, tries to go coast to coast, gives it back to Oubre and rewards him for the layup he had on the other side. And Oubre knocks down the tray. 5 straight points by Kelly Oubre Jr. And yet another turnover by Toronto. It looks like Scotty Barnes was going down the lane, and he was looking to kick it out to somebody, but it went into no man's land, and it went out of bounds over towards the far side. Sixers could tie it with a three. Embiid with a beautiful pass over to Maxey, wide open for three. Bang! Joel Embiid having eyes behind his head, able to know where Tyrese Maxey is on the floor. Sixers, Oubre gets a beautiful block on a beautiful pass, too, at the top of the key from the Raptors. And now Watford goes down the lane, makes the layup, and it's good. It's 17-15 Philadelphia as they respond with a 7-0 run. What a play on defense by the 76ers. So it looks like Oubre was able to block Brandon Ingram's layup, and then Edgecombe got the rebound. Edgecombe ended up missing a dunk, and then Watford just got the offensive board and was able to tip it back up and in. Sixers were down 15-7, and they've gone on a 10-0 run as a timeout is called by Toronto. All right. Hit the thumbs up button again. Hit that subscribe button as well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style for Sixers games on here. If you guys like that, please give us a like and please give us a shout out as well over on the socials. Watford and Oubre are going off. And that's what you want to see. And how about that pass, too, from Joel Embiid, where he was just driving it right to the rim, and he didn't even look. Threw it right behind him, knew that Tyrese Maxey was there, and the Raptors just could not guard him. Nobody stepped up on Tyrese, and they left him wide open, and Tyrese Maxey made them pay for that. Okay, there we go. How's everybody doing, chat? What's going on? How are you guys doing? Any players injured today? I think I answered that question. What's up, Lou? How are you, my friend? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Lou. So Watford gives the Sixers the lead. It is 17-15 Philadelphia. Trendon does have 7 points. He's 3 for 4 from the field, and also 1 for 2 from downtown, with 2 boards as well. Oubre has 5 points. Also had a block on the other side. and 1 assist as well. Sixers were 2 for 7 to start things off from the field, and ever since then they've converted on 4 of their last 5 field goals. So in there for the Raptors, it's Ingram, Barrett, Barnes, Quickly, and Agbaji, as a personal foul is called on the 76ers right as the ball was inbounded. Sixers lead it by 2. Right now, according to Vegas, they say that the Sixers are favorited on the ESPN site, minus 260. Maxey puts up a 3 for the 76ers. It's way too long, and a rebound by Toronto. Barrett over on the far wing at the top of the key, and it looks like he tried to give it down low over to Scotty Barnes, but Maxey got called for a reach. 6:48 left to go. They called a personal foul on VJ Edgecombe. Tell you what, these jerseys are absolutely cool, and it's great to see the Sixers back in those jerseys. 6:45 left to go in the first quarter. Ingram lets it fly on a catch and shoot for 3, and Watford jumps up and catches his miss. Watford to Embiid. Embiid looking to dump it back off, and he was double-teamed, and now he tosses it over to Watford. Watford back to Embiid, who's double-teamed again, and he looks to hand it off over to Watford. Watford outside to Maxey, who puts up a three-point shot, and his feet weren't even set. He had to move his feet towards his left side, and he still was able to convert on that 3. That was just unbelievable concentration on Tyrese Maxey's end. Embiid fouls RJ Barrett, and Barrett will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. RJ tried to get Embiid to jump up on a pump fake as he was down in the post, and Embiid certainly bought on into it, and RJ will be rewarded 2 free throws. So Tyrese Maxey is 2 for 5 from 3, and he has 6 points, 1 personal foul so far. The first free throw for RJ Barrett is good, and we will have some substitutions. RJ averaging about 20.5 points per game this year on 54% shooting from the field. Also, you got Scotty Barnes averaging 20 points per game as well, and Brandon Ingram up there too. Those are their 3 top players. Foul shot number 2 by Barrett. It's good. Remember, RJ was traded in the OG Anunoby trade from the New York Knicks. Quentin Grimes in there for the Philadelphia 76ers. Dumps it off over to Maxey. Maxey tried to float it up, but then Bona thought about dunking it, but obviously it was Tyrese Maxey's floater that was no good. Ingram goes on the other side, tries to drive it, and he's fouled again in the act of shooting. Trendon Watford guilty. JJ, we had season tickets from 1998 to 2003 when I was a kid. I was at playoff and final games in 2001. I still have my black Iverson jersey. That's so cool, man. That's so sick. That is absolutely awesome. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Let me know what you guys think about this game so far down below. Foul shot number 1 was good. And foul shot number 2 is good as well. It's 20-19. Philadelphia is up by 1. Maxey is blitzed in the backcourt and has to get it past half court here. Dribbles downhill, puts up a layup inside through traffic, and he finishes it. And the Sixers lead it by 3 with 5:25 left to go in the opening quarter. Sandro Mamukelashvili is out there for the Toronto Raptors, and he just made a big-time 3 from 27 feet and nailed it from the top of the key. Watford going down the lane, goes up with a layup inside, killed the bucket and a foul. Watford hits it, underhanded scoop, finishes on the right side of the baseline. And good concentration by him. So Sandro is the one who gets called for the shooting foul. Colin Murray Boyles will also step on in. This Raptors team definitely has a lot of young players. Colin, of course, 20 years old, averaging 8.5, a little bit less than 8.5 points per game this season. Maxey can't hit the and one, and Toronto ends up getting the rebound. Sixers have scored 12 points in the paint so far, so that's half of their points that they've gotten within the perimeter. Here's a three-pointer by Toronto, and they hit it. Nothing but net there. It's 25-24. They've been banking on those threes. Emmanuel quickly hit 3 in a row. He's on the bench. And Jamal Shead ends up making one to give the Raptors the lead. Oubre on the drive to the basket, steps back, tries to go up with a 2. It was contested, and Brandon Ingram leads the charge on the other side. A little give and go here over to Colin Murray-Boyles, and he ends up getting the advantage. Too easy for him. Maxey cutting back door, goes down the lane, puts up a contested 2, and ends up taking it to the rack. And the Sixers are back down by 1. We're riding the seesaw here. Barrett at the foul line, puts up a floater, too strong again. Offensive rebound by R.J. Barrett. It went off the hands of Trendon Watford. They swing it around the timeline. Another 3. This is by Murray-Boyles again. Yes, sir. Colin Murray-Boyles has knocked down 2 threes. Emmanuel quickly has hit 3. Both of them combined are 5 for 5 from downtown. They just cannot be stopped. Grimes on the drive to the basket. Kicks it out to Oubre for a 3 on the near corner. Won't go. Rebound by Ingram. A fast break for R.J. Barrett. Barrett puts up a 3 in the face of Maxey, and he hits it. Everything is going in for Toronto, and Nick Nurse wants to talk things over. They are hitting everything. It's raining cats and dogs from three-point range for this Toronto Blue Jays team. And we'll be back in just a few moments. The Raptors have only missed 1 3. They are 7 for 8 from beyond the arc. We'll be right back. What's going on, chat? Hopefully you guys are doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Before we get back to the game, I just want to let you guys know, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I did upload a podcast, a Phillies podcast, the other day. So if you have not if you have not turned on the notification bell icon, you guys need to do that. And click on the little window. There should be like a little pull-down arrow on the notification bell, and it says personalized notifications. We are going to be doing more Phillies content as the off-season is here. So I just want to let you guys know that we're going to be posting more videos, and would love to hear what you guys have to say about those. I really want to try to get more of that type of stuff out. So we're busting our butt with that. All right, so the Raptors have made almost every single 3. They're 7 for 8 from beyond the arc. Emmanuel quickly is 3 threes, and also Jamal Shead has made 2 threes as well. Sixers responded after being down. It was, I believe it was 13-7. They went on a 10-0 run. Ever since, well, they've been outscored. They were doing a good job on the boards. But yes, 33-26, Sixers lead it by 7 points. 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. Oubre on the drive to the basket, goes up with the left hand, and he's able to connect. It's 33-28. Sixers are down by 5 now as Kelly Oubre Jr. ends up making the little layup. The Raptors have Ingram, Murray Bates out there, or Murray Boyles, excuse me, and she had Barrett and Sandro Mamukelashvili, and they turn it on over, and it'll be 76ers basketball. $33 points for the Toronto Raptors. Oubre gets a little dribble handoff and ends up passing it over to VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe puts up a three-pointer for the Sixers. It's a little bit short, and Adem Bona gets called for basket interference? Really? Wow. And it'll be a 76ers turnover. Unreal. They call interference, or do they call a loose ball foul? Loose ball foul, and that's what it was. They called it a loose ball foul, and Toronto is in the bonus. Missed the signal there from the referee underneath the basket. 2 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in this first quarter. And Ingram is at the charity stripe. He's averaging 21 points per game this season, as well as 6 assists. The former Pelican at the line. Ingram ends up making both foul shots, and now Oubre has the rock with 2:35 left to go. Oubre from 3 at the top of the key. He can't get that one to go. Offensive rebound by Justin Edwards, who just came back in there for the Sixers. Oubre gets it on a handoff, puts up a 2, and lays it up and lays it in. He'll go to the line for one more as well. That's why you always have to go after your rebounds, too. After you miss a shot like that, I mean, he knew it was off. He knew it was off, and that's why he went running for that rebound. Usually, you're taught that you got to follow through on your shot, but when it's off like that, and you know for a fact that it's just not going to go on in, then of course you got to chase it down, and he did do that, and he converts on the and one.
Excellent.
35 points for the Raptors and 31 for the 76ers. Bona, Oubre, Edgecombe, Grimes, and Edwards all out there. A little layup by R.J. Barrett. That's no good. Or that was Jamal Shead. Couldn't hit it that time. Grady Dick gets a rebound, and Colin Murray Boyles ends up making the 76ers pay. 37-31. Grimes with a three-pointer, way off the iron. That was a straight-on 3, and it was wide left. Barnes has numbers, and a foul called on the Sixers as Colin Murray Bates, or Boyles, that is, ended up drawing a pump fake, and Oubre was able to foul him and leaned on in, almost collided with him. Look out below for that. So that'll put Colin at the line. And the first free throw by him, it's going to go in and out. There's about 1:49 left to go in the first quarter. Sixers have 5 fouls. Toronto has just 3. Sixers, of course, are in the bonus. Murray Bates does knock down the second free throw, and there's about 1:45 left to go in the opening quarter. Oubre lost the ball, gets tripped up by a Raptor, and another foul is going to be called on Kelly Oubre Jr. Looks like he got it right past half court, and then his defender, Colin Murray Boyles, was the one who got the steal and then just deflected it right off of his knee. So we have another loose ball foul. That's going to go on Oubre again, and Nick Nurse will sub him out, and we will have some more free throws coming on up for Toronto. First one doesn't go. Sixers defense really has taken a toll, and you can see that obviously, Paul George is missed from just a perimeter defensive standpoint. I mean, he's one of their best defenders. You can say all that you want about his play on offense, but on defense, when he comes back, that'll certainly help. So Murray Boyles misses both free throws. The Sixers do get a rebound from a Dembona, and Trendon Watford is back out there for the Sixers. Watford takes it all the way to the rack, lays it up, scoops and scores, and the Sixers are back down by 5. Watford give him 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nobody else in this lineup has scored a point for the Sixers. And we have a palming turnover called on Jamal Shead, and Emmanuel quickly will now enter on in for him, and the Sixers will try to capitalize on this turnover here. Just a beautiful layup again by Watford, able to just get his defender on skates. Grimes for the Sixers, has it at the top of the key, crosses over, lost the ball, and it'll go on out of bounds. He dribbled it off of his own foot, and it'll be another Sixers turnover. And the Raptors will try to capitalize right here. That is the third turnover by Philadelphia. Toronto has 5. Grady Dick is out there for the Raptors and making his first appearance. Barnes dribbles in between the legs, gives it back. A wide open 3 by Sandro is way too strong. And the Dembona got poked in the eye by Quentin Grimes. They tried to get the rebound, and it'll still be Toronto ball. They're just not communicating. And that's really what it comes down to. Miscommunication has really just been an Achilles heel for the 76ers team on both sides. It's not even just on offense, but on defense too. And the Raptors again catch the Sixers sleeping at the wheel as Grady Dick just made a wide open 3 and now makes it an 8-point ball game. Edgecombe on the drive to the basket gets fouled from behind, and he'll head to the line and shoot a couple of free throws with exactly 41 seconds to go. So again, Grady Dick gets the inbound pass, and nobody's covering him. It's not like this guy can be a threat from three-point range. He most certainly can. Edwards gets the inbound pass for the Sixers. Grimes looking to dump it off over to somebody. They're doing a lot of dribble handoffs in this game. Grimes gets past the defense, can't make a wide-open layup. He mistimed it, and the Raptors again have numbers on the other side. Dick turns around, swings it around the timeline, on the perimeter, driving it inside and getting the ball blocked by Justin Edwards is Emmanuel Quickly. Edwards now lost the ball, and another turnover by the Sixers. Barnes with a no-look pass, and a foul called on Watford, as we will have some more free throws. Sandro Mamukelashvili is the one who got fouled there, and we will have yet more foul shots with less than 10.5 seconds to go. So Edwards gets a beautiful block on the other side, and as he's going down the lane, again, just loses the ball off of his own dribble. 10.4 seconds left to go. Raptors will make it now 42 points in this first quarter, as the first foul shot is good. Sandro in his last game, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and he shot 5 for 9 from the field and only played in 21 minutes. This guy gives them some length. Can also rebound the ball pretty well, too. Makes both free throws, and the Sixers are down by double figures. Grimes will get the inbound pass. Looking to cross it on over again at the Xfinity mobile sign. Looking to take the last shot. Actually tried to deflect it or pass it over to Watford, but the ball did end up getting deflected, and it goes on out of bounds. And with 2 seconds left to go, Sixers will inbound it. Tyrese Maxey is back out there, as well as Joel Hans Embiid. Actually looking to give it up over to Embiid. 1 second left. Embiid's three-point shot. He airballs it. That was from the Toyota sign. Just, again, not a good play call there by the Sixers on an inbound play. And that'll do it. Sixers trail by 10 points. They allow 43 points in the opening quarter. And, again, they pick up right where they left off from their last game. Not the start that you wanted. Yeah. Terrible, man. This team just, they fall behind the A-ball. Joel Embiid is playing, right? Scotty Barnes is at the 5. The fact that they're getting blown out and they're not getting rebounds and they're just turning the ball over at the rate that they're turning the ball over at, it's just ridiculous. And again, a lot of this goes on Nick Nurse's coaching. It really just does. I hate to beat a dead horse, but that's the truth. A lot of the plays I'm seeing are dribble handoffs from Joel Embiid to whoever it is, and they're just not spreading the floor. I saw Embiid actually provide the screen for Tyrese Maxey, and on that play specifically, the Sixers were actually able to capitalize, and Tyrese Maxey hit a 3. But just when you're not being creative and when you're just getting sloppy with the ball on offense, and even out in transition, when they have numbers, they're just dribbling the ball off of their own knees. Like, come on. Something just has to be different. So they're losing out in transition. Also, the Raptors are hitting threes at a ridiculous rate, so that certainly does not help. And they're getting outplayed. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. They got to have a better second quarter, which I expect that they are going to have, but not the start that you want. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Kelly's playing well for a change, man. Not liking the shot selection. Why, guys? Why, guys, what? Why are we taking bad shots? Well, because, again, they're doing a lot of dribble handoffs, and they're not setting a lot of screens. And that's the problem. Nobody's really cutting back door over to the rim, and a lot of these guys are standing around, and a lot of that's on coaching. So I don't like that just from that sort of perspective. The Sixers are 4 for 14 from 3. The Raptors are 8 for 10. If you notice again, the Raptors, when they're making these threes, they're not contested. One was contested by Tyrese Maxey, where he had a hand in his face, in R.J. Barrett's face, and R.J. still knocked it down. But that's what's going on. JC, what's going on, man? How are you? What's up, EM? How are you? Oh, man, I'm trying to get into the Sixers this year. I'm hoping that they do well. Me too. All right, VJ Edgecombe starts things off with a flush for the Sixers, and they're now down by 8. 43-35. Sixers going from left to right, and the Raptors are going from right to left. Abaji out there, and so is R.J. Barrett. Barrett over to Dick on the outside. Dick goes downhill, hands it off over to Barnes. Barnes outside the Boyd for a 3. You bet. Man, this guy cannot be stopped either. And another wide-open three-pointer cashed in by the Toronto Raptors. They have only missed 2 from beyond the arc, and they are 9 for 11. Colin Murray Boyles knocking it down from 27 feet. Embiid at the top of the key. Now takes it over to the foul line. That's his sweet spot. And he hits a foul line fadeaway jumper, and the Sixers are back down by 9. And give Joel Embiid now 4 points. He still does not even have a rebound in this game. Edgecombe able to stick his hand in the cookie jar. Embiid came away with a steal, and a foul was called on Colin Murray Boyles as he reached on in, and Embiid ended up going tumbling down. Ended up banging on into Joel Embiid there, too. $46 points for Toronto and 37 for the 76ers. So Maxey leading the way in the scoring department right now with 10 points. Actually, sorry, Trendon Watford has 11. Maxey and Oubre are tied with 10. Maxey has the rock over on the near corner, on the outside, takes it now down the lane, kicks it out to Watford for 3, or Jabari Walker, that is, excuse me, and the three-pointer is off the mark. 46 points for the Raptors, 37 for the 76ers. Jabari Walker getting minutes out there and not being able to knock down the three-point shots. Raptors have it over on the baseline. R.J. Barrett getting heavily guarded by Tyrese Maxey, who just fought through a screen. RJ puts up a very tough layup. Great defense by Maxey, and Embiid gets his first rebound of the ball game. And that is in the second quarter. Edge going back to Embiid. Embiid thought about firing the trigger from 3 at the top of the key, and now Scotty Barnes is on him. Got the ball knocked loose and stolen away by Colin Murray-Boyles. He'll try to take it himself, and he's fouled by VJ Edgecombe. So the double team was coming. Joel Embiid was blinded by it, and Colin Murray-Boyles stuck his hand in the cookie jar, and Joel Embiid turned the ball over. Got to watch out if you're Joel Embiid. Obviously, Scotty Barnes does not have the size that you do, and they're missing Jakob Poeltl tonight. And you figure that they're going to double-team him more, and they did. And the Sixers just could not stop him. Colin Murray-Boyles has pretty much just wrecked this game so far. He's having himself quite a first half. Knocks down the first free throw. And again, this guy is averaging 8.3 points per game. And he already has 9. He has 9 already. Knocks down both foul shots. And the Sixers are down by 11 points. Turnovers have been the name of the game so far for the Philadelphia 76ers. Grimes dumps it off over to Maxey. Maxey swings it back outside over to Grimes again, and Grimes stepped out of bounds, and it'll be Toronto ball. Grimes thought that he got hit. I mean, there was a little bit of contact there. It looked like it was from Scotty Barnes, but they didn't want to call that. And the Sixers, again, another turnover. 9.5 minutes left to go in the opening half. Quickly swings it outside. Sandro with one more pass and another wide open 3, and that's good by Jacoby Walter. 10 threes made by the Toronto Raptors. And again, no contest from the Sixers defense. Embiid thought about going up with a 3. Another pump fake from him. Gives it over to Grimes, and his 3-point shot is good. And he answers back with a tray of his own. 51 points for the Raptors, 40 for the 76ers. Barnes with a pass from the near wing downhill, and the ball ended up going off the hands of Jacoby Walter. They tried to do an alley-oop pass. Grimes in the mid-post, now dribbles towards the outside on the perimeter, looking to swing it over to Walker. Grimes, another 3-point shot, and now he's heating up. He got some space, was able to make it work, and the lead is cut into single digits for Toronto. So Grimes ends up making back-to-back 25-foot jumpers, and another foul called on the Sixers on the other side in the act of shooting. It'll be on Jabari Walker. Really liked that pass that Embiid made to find the open man, Quentin Grimes. That's just the Raptors sleeping on defense. But it was still a good play by the big fella. Foul shot number 1 for Toronto. That's good. I mean, he's just not jumping for rebounds. The fact that Scotty Barnes has as many rebounds as Joel Embiid, like, that's telling. You know? Birds in 5. What's going on? Or Bird 9-5. Bro, I need Maxey to get 30 points. Hopefully he does for you. Sixers lead it by 9 points. Scotty Barnes ended up missing the second foul shot. Quentin Grimes almost threw the ball away. It was supposed to go to Embiid, and luckily enough, Grimes got it back. Grimes to Edgecombe, back to Embiid downhill. Embiid goes up with a right-handed shot. It's up, it's in, and 1. 8 minutes left to go to be exact. Joel Embiid with a little, I don't know what you call that. Is it a floater? Is it a layup? I think it was more so of just a little floater right from the mid-post. Thought about throwing down a sledgehammer and said, nope, I'm just going to go up with a soft touch. And it worked. Oubre is back in the game for Quentin Grimes, and he will take a seat. When Grimes tries to be a playmaker, it seems that he can make some bad mistakes with the basketball. That's what it showed over the last couple of games. Embiid does knock down the free throw, and the Sixers trail by 6.
Excellent.
Barnes with a foul line, Jay, over Embiid. Got it to go. Scotty Barnes, it was as easy as 1-2 for him. Edgecombe over on the outside. Gets a screen set by Embiid. Rolls down the lane. Kicks it out to Oubre on the corner. And now bounces it back over to Maxey. Embiid with a handoff to Maxey. Maxey to Oubre, wide open. 3-point shot. He misfires it. It's too strong. Embiid, nobody boxes him out. Puts it back up and puts it in. And the Sixers trail by 2 possessions. They have outscored the Raptors 15-11 in this second quarter. And with that, we have a timeout taken by Darko Rajakovic. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, we're back. Alex is here. What's up, Alex? How are you, my friend? 110-104 Sixers. I like that final score prediction. Let me know what you guys have to say down below. What are your final score predictions? I'm going to go. Mine tonight is 108-107. That is my final score prediction. It's going to be another nail biter. Sorry to say. They're interviewing Eric Snow. Let's go. Love that. They got him right in the booth. That's so cool. Sixers are down by 6 points. They've made some more shots here in this second quarter. There's 7 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Ingram, Barnes, Sheed, and Walter, and also Sandro Mamukelashvili are also out there for the Toronto Raptors. 3-point shot is no good from Scotty Barnes, and Jabari Walker able to catch his miss for the 76ers. Embiid gets the handoff and now dumps it off over to Oubre. Oubre back to Embiid, who was rolling towards the basket. Goes up with a 2, and he's fouled. Again, he's double-teamed because Scotty Barnes is playing at the 5 because of no Jakob Poeltl. So we'll have some more free throws coming up for the big fella. So Joel heads on over to the line. His first free throw is good. And he cashes it on in. Embiid against the Raptors has averaged 23.5 points through 24 games, and also 11 rebounds and 3.5 assists as well. Foul shot number 1 was good. Foul shot number 2, swish goes the basketball.
Excellent.
And the Sixers are down by 4. Raptors throw it away. R.J. Barrett, or Jamal Shead, that is, just made a careless turnover. Tried to pass it over towards the near side. It looked like Scotty Barnes was going to cut to the basket. He went too soon, but miscommunication, and the Sixers can make this a 1-point game if they hit a 3, or possibly a 2-point game if they make a 2 here. Embiid gets it down low, puts up a layup. Nobody was guarding him, and Trendon Watford does get the assist. And the Sixers now only trail by 2. Another wide open 3 by the Raptors, and they cannot hit it that time. It was Jamal Shead who missed it from 26 feet. Watford to Embiid. Embiid, one more pass over to Oubre. He lost the ball. Picks it back up, though. Thank goodness he had a little bit of space to do so. Embiid gives it back over to Oubre, and that's blocked from behind by Scotty Barnes. He came out of nowhere. He was a fly, and just was able to zip all the way to Oubre's basketball and just deny him and reject him. Raptors have the ball again. They're on offense. Ingram being heavily guarded by Joel Embiid. He zips it outside over to Walter. Walter's layup, can't get it. Rebound again by Walter. He got his own miss off the fingertips of VJ Edgecombe. Sandro's three-point shot. He airballs it. And the Sixers will still have, or the Raptors will still have possession of the basketball. I guess it was last touched by a 76er. Oh, man. JJ, do you think Embiid is holding the rest of the team back? The team was, I think, and I could be wrong, but seemed much better when Embiid was out. Yeah, I agree. I just think that we've seen in the past that it takes Joel Embiid time to get his rhythm back out there on the court. I'm just happy that, again, I'm going to say it again, I'm just happy that this guy is able to play basketball, because I legitimately thought that he was never going to pick up a basketball again. I do think that he's looked pretty good out there today. I will say that. For the Sixers on offense, Andre Drummond catches the rebound as he tried to jump up, and it was a bad shot by Jacoby Walter. Sixers could tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Maxey back in there for the Sixers. Embiid out. Andre Drummond in. Maxey spins, turns, puts up a 2. And no good on that time. Brandon Ingram hands it off. Agbaji with a layup downhill. And he can't get that one to go. Sixers played good defense. Maxey, elbow J, connects. We're tied. Tyrese Maxey able to get a dozen points in this first half so far. Only 1 assist, but he's 5 for 10 from the field so far today. Ingram shooting a 2-point shot. Too much mustard on that one. Maxey, the Grimes back to Maxey, off balance for a 3, and that was airballed, and it went into the hands of a Raptor. Ingram goes up for a 3 on the other side, and the Raptors have actually missed their last 3 wide open trays, and so that has helped the Sixers, because the Raptors were hitting the shots left and right, wide open from beyond the arc. Sixers have Grimes with the ball. Grimes dumps it off to Oubre, who holds his pose for a 3-point shot. Andre Drummond gets boxed in by a Raptor, and that causes a rebound by Brandon Ingram, who tries to Euro step down the lane, got the ball blocked, but it was last touched by Kelly Oubre Jr., and it'll still be Toronto basketball. Way too many ISOs, says Hardcore. Yep, too many ISOs and not a lot of off-ball movement. I've been saying it throughout this entire season so far. By the way, the ball was actually touched by Quentin Grimes as Brandon Ingram was going into the lane, and they're saying that he was fouled. Ingram is at the line, And the first free throw was good. I really didn't see much contact there. I thought it was just all ball. Let me know what you guys think down below for those of you that are watching the game. RJ Barrett will step on in, and so will Emmanuel quickly for the Toronto Raptors. Guys, we have a post-game show after the game, so I would love to hear you guys calling in and let me know what your thoughts are on this game. Please stay on for the post-game show, and also we have a halftime show coming up too. Maxey dumps it off over to Watford. Watford back to Grimes at the top of the key. Another dump-off pass over to Andre Drummond. They keep dumping it off. Drummond gets rewarded, though, downhill from Quentin Grimes, and Andre Drummond is fouled. This guy's not a good free throw shooter, but we'll see if you can try to tie the game here. Guess if you're the Sixers, you're hoping that he can at least just get 1 point and not come up empty. Andre Drummond, 32 years old now. Started off his career with the Detroit Pistons and played with them from 2012 all the way till 2020. Then he went to the Cavs and then went over to the Lakers, came over to the Sixers, got traded in the Ben Simmons trade, or in the James Harden deal, along with Ben Simmons and Seth Curry to Brooklyn. Makes the first free throw, and he could tie it with a second one here. Then he played on the Bulls and then came back on over to the Philadelphia 76ers. Second free throw for the tie. Got it.
Excellent.
One other thing to note, no Jared McCain in this first half. Just wanted to throw that out there, too. 3 minutes left to go, 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And the Raptors tried to pass it. Oubre got his hand in there, poked it out of bounds, and the Raptors will still retain possession. What's up, John? How are you? How are you, my friend? An inbound pass from Toronto. RJ Barrett wants to ISO himself and now hands it off over to Boyles, that is, and Boyles can't hit the runner. He was wide open. Maxey now has the rock. Maxey gets a screen from Andre Drummond, kicks it out to Grimes for three. Grimes' three-point shot, no good, and again Andre Drummond got boxed in, and a rebound goes to the Raptors. Maxey with a block from behind, stares down Emmanuel quickly, and the Sixers have the ball on offense. Drummond finding Oubre, and Oubre's turnaround two got it to go. He swished it. How about the defense from Tyrese Maxey? And that's what led to that beautiful offensive possession out in transition. Maxey coming from behind quickly to make that block. And we have a foul called on the Sixers as RJ Barrett was fouled. He tried to go up inside with a runner. And Grimes got called for a shooting foul, and the Sixers are going to call a timeout here as they lead it by 2. That's their first lead of the ball game. There we go. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Wonder if the Sixers are going to challenge this. Oh, man. Guys, again, I just want to make sure that I mention this. I did post a Phillies video. If you guys want to go check it out, you can. I will post the link down below. I posted it about a couple of days ago. I'm actually trying to I'm going to be doing a lot more Phillies content during the off season. I'm trying to get some special guests on as well. I don't want to reveal anything until I know for certain what's going to continue to happen, but I really do want you to be on the lookout for a lot of the Phillies content that we are doing during the off season, because we're trying to upload at least a couple of videos per week at the very, very least. So we got 48 people rocking with us. That's absolutely awesome. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. I see that we have 30 likes, and 18 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. Please make sure that you guys do that. Here's the link to my latest Phillies video that I just did a couple of days ago. Go check that out. It's right here. There it is. Hardcore also posted it. Thanks, Hardcore. I appreciate that, dude. Yes. Thank you, man. So go check that out. Yes. Ooh, gotta tell you, it's nice to actually have some time away from streaming. I love streaming. Do not get me wrong. Do not get it twisted. I love streaming, but it's nice to actually have a little bit of time away, focusing on other areas to capitalize on the channel. It's been actually really cool, and I've been really enjoying that. Hopefully you guys don't miss me too much, but yeah, I need that. It's hard doing this every day, man. It really is. It's not an easy thing. But at the same time, I can't complain because I'm able to do something that I really do love. You know? And that's a privilege. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the opening half between the 76ers and the Raptors. Franklin the dog is there. Just gave away some 76ers merch to Kate and Ala over in the booth. That's pretty awesome. $58 points for the 76ers. 56 for Toronto, and the foul shot is good for the Raptors. And that now makes it 58-57. R.J. Barrett was at the line. Makes the first free throw. Second one. In and out it goes, and Watford catches the miss. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first half. Watford, Oubre, Grimes, Maxey, and Drummond out there for the 76ers. A dump-off pass over to Maxey. Maxey spinning, turning, fading away, hitting a two, and cashing it in right in the lane from about the third hash mark. More ISO ball moving, but the Sixers were able to get a bucket out of it, so that's really what matters, that they were able to capitalize. Ingram from the foul line ends up hitting the jumper. It went in and out, and it just hit the back of the backboard. Yeah, it hit the backboard, and then it still went in. A little soft touch there. Watford again at the top of the key. Dribbling with the right hand, gets R.J. Barrett on him, kicks it out to Grimes, who holds his pose, and Quentin Grimes knocks it down from the far corner. Swish. So Grimes is starting to really heat up from three, and Scotty Barnes answers back with a tray of his own. Says, you know what, I can do that too, Quentin. You're not the only one that can hit those. Grimes is 3 for 5 from downtown. Scotty Barnes, that was his first attempt, and he's shooting 100%, of course, from three. Maxey down the lane, goes up with a runner inside, and he's fouled. And with exactly 61 seconds to go in the second quarter, Tyrese Maxey will earn his stripes at the charity stripe. Yes. We do have a little halftime show that we will do, and we'll talk a little bit more about the first half. Would love to hear your thoughts down below. Maxey can't make the first free throw. In case you're actually wondering, Maxey does have 14 points in this game, but also from the line this year, more importantly, Tyrese Maxey just has not done as good of a job with his free throws. He's shooting 85% from the line this year, which is a little bit low for him. Quickly goes down the lane, and he is fouled by Tyrese Maxey. And with about 54.5 seconds to go, we'll have some more free throws, and the Raptors can try to tie the game here. Sixers gave up 43 points in the first quarter. Their defense got better in the second. They also put up 31 points, though, in this quarter as well. They've been one of the better second quarter teams in the NBA. First free throw won't go by quickly. Rim short. Maxey is first in the NBA in scoring, averaging 33.5 points per game. He's also 6th in assists per game as well, with 8.5. So Maxey with 15, Embiid with 13, Oubre with 12, and Watford with 11. Those are all the scoring leaders in this game as well. Second foul shot is good. Quentin Grimes thought that there was a free throw lane violation. Was complaining to the ref. 64-63, 45 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Watford at the logo, dribbling with the left hand. Here comes a screen by Drummond, and he'll take it to the right side of the lane. Tries to scoop and score. Can't hit it. It's blocked by Toronto. The ball does get pinballed out of bounds, and it'll still be 76ers basketball. 2.2 seconds are left on the shot clock, so this is only going to be good enough, of course, for a catch-and-shoot three. Oubre will be the inbounder from the scorer's table on that side of the sideline. Gives it up over to Grimes. Grimes goes up with a two-point shot. He got fouled with exactly 0.6 seconds on the shot clock. And so the Sixers are now in the bonus, and that's going to go on Sandro. That'll be a shooting foul called on him. It's his second personal foul of the game. Raptors are shooting 65.5% from the three-point line. Well, it's better than 10 for 13 because they were at that point. They were actually 10 for 12 at one point. So I'll take 64.5% over 90%. That's better, but still. Foul shot number 1, good by Grimes. Foul shot number 2, good as well.
Excellent.
66 points for the 76ers. About 8 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Quickly being guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Now he wants to start to get things going. Puts up a three-pointer. Got Maxey to buy on a pump fake. Couldn't hit the tray. Watford with the rebound. 8 seconds left to go. All eyes on Tyrese Maxey. Gets past F-court. Dribbles in between the three-point line. Goes down the lane and hits the layup two. Here's a three-quarters court prayer by R.J. Barrett, and that's no good. And we are going to go into halftime. The Sixers outscore the Raptors 35-20 in the second quarter. They respond and lead it by 5 as they go into the half. Give me about 3 minutes. We'll be right back. We'll break everything down. We'll start from the first quarter, talk about the slow start that the Sixers had, and then we'll talk about what they did a better job at in the second quarter, and what things still have to be improved upon, because there's a lot of things that have not been perfect for the Sixers, but there were other things that did go their way. We step aside. We'll be back in just a little bit. See you soon. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Welcome on into the halftime show. Sixers do lead at 68-63 against the Toronto Raptors in Game 1 of a back-to-back here at home at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Sixers have 17 points from Tyrese Maxey. Leading the way for the 76ers in the scoring department, of course, is Maxey. Embiid is 13 points in 13 minutes. Oubre is 12 points. And Watford has 11. Quentin Grimes off the bench also has 11 points as well. The Sixers came out very flat. They did not have a good start at all in the first quarter. They did eventually go on a 10-0 run, but then they were just doing a lot of dribble handoffs. They were turning the ball over at a high rate. They weren't defending the three, and they just got very sloppy out in transition. No other way to sugarcoat that, and that was the truth. It sucks when your center, who is giving it his all out there, by the way, just has a hard time jumping. You know, it's just tough because you're not able to get a lot of rebounds from him, and Jakob Poeltl's not even playing. Jakob Poeltl is not even playing for them. And the Sixers, they do lead it by 5. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. I will tell you this. Trendon Watford has looked very good. He's been very physical. 8 rebounds, 6 assists as well. No turnovers, 11 points in 17 minutes. I like his shot selection. I like what he's doing off the ball. I think that he's making an impact, and I'd really like to try to see the Sixers try to utilize him even more throughout the season. But Maxey looked a little bit better. He had a couple of really tough shots. He made a couple of wide-open threes as well. He's 2 for 6 from downtown. VJ Edgecombe, though, has gone silent. I don't know what's going on with VJ. I don't know if he's just hitting a wall or what is going on with him, but over his last 3 games, including this one, this man only has a total of 21 points, and that's in a total of at least 80 minutes. So I'm really hoping that he tries to get into a better rhythm when they start off in the third quarter, but he is sort of fallen off, and I'm not hitting the panic button with him. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just wonder why he just hasn't really been able to score as much. So that's something that I've really noted too. Nick Nurse's play calling, again, we've talked about it time and time again. With the amount of dribble handoffs that they do, it pretty much looks like we're seeing a Doc Rivers run offense yet again. And that's not a recipe for success. It's just not. It's the hard truth. And it sucks. The one thing that the Sixers did a better job at, though, in the second quarter, there was a turning point for me. After Quentin Grimes made a 3, he ended up knocking down yet another one. But I thought that Tyrese Maxey had just this incredible block from behind on Emmanuel Quickley. And that led to a Kelly Oubre layup, I want to say. I thought that play was a big-time play, and that turned the game around in that second quarter. I did. So I really liked what Tyrese Maxey did there. I thought that Maxey's defense has actually sort of gone under the charts in this game. He's done a pretty good job defensively. He had one really nice contest on R.J. Barrett, who ended up still knocking down the 3 with a hand in his face in the first quarter. He also got a strip on Grady Dick. I also remember, too, off the top of my head, that besides the block on Emmanuel Quickley, he also almost got beaten by another guy and still was able to get his shot from behind, too, and ended up not losing a foot there. So that was beautiful as well. When you're watching them on offense, Joel Embiid tries to hand it off a lot of the time because he knows he's getting double teamed. Some of the turnovers are his fault because there was one in particular that I remember where Emmanuel quickly got the steal, and it was because Joel Embiid didn't see him coming from his blind spots. And usually Joel's really good at that type of stuff. But that was on him. Other times, though, why are we dumping the ball off so many times and just trying to play ISO basketball? It doesn't always work. You got to spread the floor. You have to, the ball movement has to be crisp. In the first 2 to 3 games that we were watching this team play, we all talked about how great the ball movement was on offense. We thought, maybe there is a difference in the play calling here. It looks like guys are running up and down the court. They're set in rhythm, and they have a purpose. When we're watching them now, over these last 3 games on offense, we've seen at times the Sixers team is running up and down, but it's like they're just, they don't come out there with a purpose. I guess that like the best way that I can put it is sometimes I'm doing something like sometimes I talk way too fast. My mind is like spinning in circles and thinks about like what it's going to say, but my mouth can't catch up to what my mind is thinking. And I think that when I look at this offense here, it sort of reminds me of the same sort of thing where you're doing something so quickly, but something else doesn't match up. So that's been bad. The turnovers have to be cleaned up. But again, a lot of that stuff is just on the play calling. The boards, the rebounds, they really do miss Dominic Barlow. They do have 3 more rebounds than the Raptors team, but it doesn't feel that way. It just doesn't feel that way. Now, they played better, again, in the second quarter with the offensive rebounds. I thought that they were able to get some more boards that way, but Andre Drummond's getting boxed in by guys like Okai Abaji or Brandon Ingram. Like, what's going on there? That doesn't really make sense. Why is he getting boxed in? How come he's not able to catch those rebounds? This guy had 14 in his last game. Ended up getting double figures in the rebounding department. I remember that. But, yeah, he's not doing his job. And, again, they're giving up a lot of wide-open threes. So, what do you guys think about this first half? And what adjustments did they have to make in half number 2? They got to clean up the rebounding problem. That's really where I think it starts. And they just gotta make better offensive play calls. They do. Raptors actually got a little bit in their own heads too, but I also give the Sixers a little bit of credit on defense because I thought that out in transition, guys were not getting beaten and guys were getting back, and they were doing a better job rotating on their men, which really did help. The Sixers were so slow out in rotations over the last 2 games before tonight's game. And in the first quarter, it sort of looked that way too, where guys just weren't stepping up and they were playing zone and they couldn't switch from zone to man. So, but yeah, that's what I got to say. What's up, Cool J? How are you, my friend? John says, go Sixers. Cool J, shout out to you. JC saying, my name, one line, respect the grind. Shout out to you, my friend. Big shout out to you. Say these uniforms look so good. They do. So that Garrett Wilson's listed as questionable for tomorrow's game. Yeah. Also, the other thing I want to know, too, is, and this I should have led off with, where is Jared McCain? Why is he not playing? What's going on? Can anybody tell me? Why isn't he out there? I haven't heard anything. Where is he? Didn't see him on the floor at all. $68 points for the 76ers, and we start off half number 2. Actually, it's 17 points, and we have a foul called already on the floor. The lineup right now for the 76ers, it's their same starters. They got Watford, Oubre, Maxey, Edgecombe, and Embiid out there for Philadelphia. Ingram, Barrett, Barnes, Quickly, and Agbaji are out there for the Toronto Raptors. Maxey gets the inbound pass, a little bounce pass over to Trendon Watford on the far wing at the three-point line, drives it inside. Underhand finish is no good, but he is fouled by Scotty Barnes. I was just looking at this today. Scotty is 24 years old. This guy's been in the league. This is now his 5th season with the Toronto Raptors. He's putting up 20.1 points per game. Went to Florida State College, ended up being drafted back in 2021, and was the 4th overall pick by the Raptors. Free throw number 1. That is good. Or that is no good, excuse me. Raptors actually called a timeout. What? They called a timeout right before the free throw was even up? Weird. So a timeout is taken by Toronto. I wonder if they're going to challenge the free throw. I'm wondering why would they take a timeout 24 seconds into this. They're going to challenge the foul. Excuse me. I'll be right back in just about 30 seconds. Welcome on in case you're just tuning on into the show. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you guys did not see my recent Phillies podcast, I do encourage you to go check it out. It's right here. So you can go check that out. I am planning on posting more Phillies content during the off season, or as the off season progresses, I should say. So you probably will see a pod tomorrow, and yeah, you'll see some more stuff. So there is a coach's challenge here on whether or not Trendon Watford did get fouled, and we'll wait to see what the verdict is on that. They challenged it right before the foul shot even went up. Didn't even know that you could actually do that. They called an offensive foul on Joel Embiid, and they overturned the call? Watford was originally the one that got fouled by Barnes. That's what the call initially was. But the Raptors are going to get the ball back. The Sixers will not shoot free throws with Trendon Watford, and Toronto still maintains its challenge. How about that? Or still maintains its timeouts. So Embiid gets called for the offensive foul. That's his second personal foul of the game. And now Scotty Barnes will get the ball over on the right side. R.J. Barrett gets it at the top of the key. Dribbles with the right hand. Swings it back over to Scotty Barnes for a three. And Scotty Barnes nails his second tray on his second attempt. Only 11 points for Scotty Barnes, but he can certainly get things going. Maxey lets it fly. Tries to answer back with a three of his own. Can't do so. Trendon Watford with a great rebound there. And the Sixers keep their offensive possession alive. Edgecombe with a mid-range J. Won't connect on that one. Rebound by Scotty Barnes. Barnes to Agbaji for a tray. It won't go. And Watford, actually Oubre got the rebound that time for Philadelphia. Sixers only do lead it by 2. Oubre thought about taking the three, and he's fouled on the floor. Ended up getting pushed by Agbaji himself. That'll be another personal foul called on the first personal foul called on Toronto. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yes. Maxey with a bounce pass over to Embiid. Over on the block. Embiid turning. Embiid rolling. And Embiid finishing at the basket with a 2. That's a layup that time. It's 70-66. Sixers still in the driver's seat. R.J. Barrett ends up making a very tough layup over the head of Joel Embiid and Trendon Watford. I don't know how he laid it in, but he had to finish it very, very high, and he did. Maxey to Embiid. Embiid passes it down on the block over to Watford. Watford dumps it off over to Maxey, who rolls towards the lane, gets some space, adds some daylight, and finishes with the right hand. Watford with the assist. Embiid with the hockey assist. Barnes with an elbow J connects. Nobody was guarding him. That was supposed to be Joel Embiid's assignment, and he went MIA that time on defense. Watford, Embiid, Oubre, Maxey, and Edgecombe out there for the Sixers. Embiid now trying to school Brandon Ingram here, but he kicks it out back over to Maxey. Maxey gives it back to Joel. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Nobody's moving away from the ball. Embiid still makes a very tough 2 and still is able to hit it from 16 feet on a double team there. Barnes passes it out over to Ingram. Ingram, beautiful contest by Watford as he tried to meet him at the rim. Maxey throws down an alley-oop pass to Edgecombe. Look down below for VJ. 9:05 left to go in the third quarter. Great defense by Trendon Watford to cause the Sixers to score on offense. Out in transition. And a great start to this third quarter for the Sixers. Another three-pointer that's up, and that time Scotty Barnes is human. He just missed a three-point shot there. Here's Watford again over to Embiid. Embiid's going to try to roll towards the basket. Gets it denied by Scotty Barnes. There was about 3 Raptors players there. Quickly for a 3. Won't go. Barnes gets the offensive rebound over Maxey. He puts it up, and he's fouled by VJ Edgecombe, and 1. Drops an and 1 on him, and Jacoby Walter will enter into the game for Agbaji. I love that little alley-oop dime by Tyrese Maxey. This guy has 3 assists in this game and also 19 points as well. He is shooting about 50% from the field. The foul shot is good, and it's a one-possession ball game with 8.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Maxey slows his dribble down as he got past half court, gets a screen from Embiid, tosses it over to Watford, and Trendon Watford now looks for Joel. What a pass from Embiid. The Maxey rolls to the basket. He finishes with the left hand. Embiid dropping dimes as well. Barnes with a nice pass over to Barrett. I got to tell you that he has had 3 plays today where it looks like he's going to shoot the 3 and he just passes it. And that was just another example of just a beautiful, well-done play call from Scotty Barnes. And R.J. Barrett made the 2. Also got fouled by Kelly Oubre, and he will go to the line for one more. Barrett's foul shot is good, and it's back to a one-possession game. Sixers just got to do a better job on defense. Their defense has just been torn apart. The curtain has fell, and Watford now has the rock. Watford back to Embiid, downhill on the block. Embiid can't finish it, and he's mad at himself. And the Raptors are going to try to tie the game or take the lead here. Here's a three-point shot, no good. Ingram with the rebound, and he puts it back up and in. Jacoby Walter was the guy that missed the 3, and Ingram said, I'm going to go for the tie instead. 5 blocks for each team so far. Maxey on the dribble, handoff to Watford. Watford will toss it over to Embiid. Embiid being guarded by Barnes. Double team is coming. He's trapped. He zips it outside to Edgecombe, and Edgecombe's three-point shot won't go. Maxey gets the offensive rebound, and he tips it right over to Kelly Oubre, and Oubre's layup is good down the lane. 80 points for the 76ers. Ingram again on the outside. Lobs it downhill over to Barnes. And Barnes with a baby hook. Can't do so. Kelly Oubre got the rebound. Good contest by him on the defensive side of the ball. Maxey dribbling past the trees. And he's fouled. He'll go to the line for another free throw and convert on yet another and one opportunity. Tyrese Maxey putting the offense on his back. 23 points for number 0. And now he's 10 for 17 from the field. He's clapping along, trying to get his teammates saying, let's go. Ew. And before he will shoot a free throw, the referee holds on to the ball. And Colin Murray-Boyles will enter back on in for Scotty Barnes. So Darko is going to make a change. Joel Embiid will also take a seat. Quentin Grimes is back out there, and so is Andre Drummond. The and one is interfered with from Andre Drummond, and he gets called for a violation there, and Maxey says, come on, man. And it'll be Raptors ball. It looks like the ball was actually going to go on in. And Andre Drummond makes a big mistake there. So they call a lane violation on Andre Drummond, of course. Ingram with a tough 2 over Oubre. This guy is like 6 feet, 10 inches tall, I believe he is listed as. And the way that he's able to shoot the ball, the rate that he's able to do it at, it's just insane. Watford ends up hitting a layup, and he's fouled as well by Ingram. 84 points for the 76ers. And they will shoot yet another free throw. Ingram is the one who committed the foul on Trendon Watford. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Ingram used to be on my team. I'm glad we got rid of him. He does a lot of ISOs. He does. He does a lot of ISOs, and health has been a big thing for this guy as well. VJ Edgecombe was a straight-up steal in the draft by the Sixers. The dude is a stud. I agree with that, man. I do. He's hit a little bit of a hole right now, but I do think that all rookies go through this, especially with it's a different schedule, it's a different routine. You got to get used to the grind. It's just totally different. Not trying to make excuses, but he does have to go through some growing pains. And again, we have not seen Jared McCain at all in this game. We have a delay here, and a technical foul is going to be called on the Raptors. Grady Dick will enter on in, and so will Jamal Sheehan for the Raptors. So Maxey will go to the line to shoot a free throw, and then Watford will head back to the line to shoot his and one. Maxey's foul shot is good, and the Sixers are up 85-80. Nobody told me that this was not working, that the top scoreboard wasn't working. There it is. We just finished. We just updated it. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Call on into the postgame show after this game is done. We have a lot to talk about. We do. Watford's going to go back to the line for his and one. The moon is so pretty. We're almost halfway done this third quarter. Refs are still holding on to the ball. I don't understand what all these delays are. The Raptors, as a team, are now shooting 52% from the field. At one point, they were 10 for 12. They're cleaning up a mess, by the way, over on the baseline. I guess that water spilt or something close to the Raptors sideline. But ever since the Raptors were 10 for 12 from 3, they've gone just 2 for their last 11. You know? Just crazy. Raptors have also missed 6 free throws. The Sixers have only missed 2. Toronto 18 for 24 from the line. Philadelphia 10 for 12. Watford's and one is good.
Excellent.
86 points for the Sixers and 80 for the Raptors. Sheehan with the ball, dumps it back off over to R.J. Barrett, being guarded heavily by Quentin Grimes at the top of the key. And we have another foul called on Quentin. Oh, they're going to call offensive foul on Toronto. Looked like one of the refs was signaling foul on Grimes. The other one said charge. And they're going to go with the charge call on the Raptors. We have 6 other NBA games currently going on at this moment in time. Raptors have been turning the ball over a couple of times in this third quarter. They have out-turnovered the Phillies, if that's even a verb, 9-7. Maxey to Grimes. Grimes heading down the lane. Kicks it out to Watford. Watford now goes down in the post. Puts up a 2. Another and one opportunity. It's been the old-fashioned three-point plays that have helped the Sixers in this third quarter. They're drawing contact, they're finishing through traffic, and they're capitalizing on all these opportunities that Toronto has given them. 89 points for the 76ers. Trendon Watford being the Robin to Tyrese Maxey. The and one. Got it.
Excellent.
Watford was 17, Embiid was 17, and Maxey with 24. Ingram looking to pass it outside over to Quickly, and he gives it back over to Brandon Ingram. Agbaji now with the ball, spinning, turning, getting it blocked by Tyrese Maxey. That's his second denial of the day. He puts up a 3. He was backpedaling, but it was a little bit short. He thought it was going on in. R.J. Barrett with a man advantage, and a pass and another block by Trenton Watford that time. It was to Ingram. Ingram could not finish. Oubre going down the lane for the Sixers, hitting the layup. Good defense leading the easy offense for the Sixers. 23 points in this third quarter, and the Sixers have showed a lot of life and have taken over this third quarter. Just got to keep it up, keep the foot on the gas pedal, and not slow down. Sheehan with a wide-open tray. Won't go. Drummond tried the volleyball, the rebound to himself. Instead, it went into Trendon Watford's hands for Philadelphia. Maxey to Watford, down on the block. Watford backing down his defender. Zips it to a moving Grimes. A three-point shot is no good. Man, he had all day and night to shoot that 3. A beautiful pass by Watford yet again. This guy is doing everything except defend that time on the defensive side as R.J. Barrett got by him and hit an easy layup. Here's Watford again with a bounce pass to Maxey. Maxey's 3. Lets it fly and knocks it down. 94 points for the 76ers, and another foul called as well on Toronto. And they will take a timeout too. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Sixers lead it by 12. Dude, right through the legs, right behind the back, drop-off pass in between the legs to Tyrese Maxey. Trendon Watford is dropping dimes everywhere in this third quarter. Insane. He could have a triple-double, 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists for Trendon Watford. Be right back. All right, hit that thumbs up button, people, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well. Sixers have played very well in this third quarter. 26 points. They've outscored the Raptors ever since the first quarter. After allowing 43 points, they have outscored them 61-39. Very impressive for the Philadelphia 76ers. And Tyrese Maxey has been heating up. And they've gotten a lot of great contribution as well from Trendon Watford. Maxey sticks his hand in the cookie jar but gets called for a foul. It was on an inbound pass there. Maxey averaging about 41.3 minutes per game, and he's also averaging 33.5 points per game. He's shooting the ball. Listen to this, guys. He is shooting the ball just a tick higher from three-point range than he is from the field. He is shooting 47.9% from three and 47.8% from the field. Make that make sense. It doesn't. Here's Ingram dribbling towards the baseline, and he hooks it back over to Scotty Barnes. His two-point shot from the near post won't go. Ingram able to get the offensive rebound, though, and slam it home with two hands. 94-84. Sixers lead it by 10 points. The ball movement has looked a lot better. Tyrese Maxey has gotten things going. And when shots are going in, that's all that you ask for. Edge going to Maxey, another three. And he wanted that one. Couldn't get it, though. Rebound by Toronto. They have numbers. Grady Dick wide open. Puts up a tray on the other side. Can't get it. Another offensive rebound by Scotty Barnes. They'll zip it outside over to Dick. One more, or actually two more. It was Sheehan who got it, and then they swung it around. Dick with another three. Can't get it that time. Justin Edwards gets the rebound for Philadelphia. Maxey double-teamed. He needs help. Finds Edwards. Edwards thought about taking the shot. Instead, he passed it over to Grimes. Grimes back to Justin Edwards in the lane. Looking for some help. Hands it off to Oubre. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Oubre with some space and time for three, but he couldn't cash it in. Oubre is just 1 for 6 from downtown. Barnes with some space. He puts up a three-pointer, and he can't knock that one down either. Grimes got the rebound. It was slapped out of his hands, but he still maintains control of the basketball. And with that, we have a timeout taken with 2:29 left to be played in quarter number 3. Sixers are up by 10. Oh, man, let's go. Let's go, man. Tyrese Maxey, 27 points in this game, and he has just come to life again in the third quarter. Hopefully he can keep it up. Hopefully he can keep it up, man. Some of these passes by Trendon Watford are just so flashy. They really are. Joel Embiid, by the way, in case you are wondering, Embiid has played in 18 minutes, and he has scored 17 points. He's a plus 10 out there on the court today, but he has turned the ball over twice. Watford, 7 for 9 from the field. He's only a plus 6. It should be a little bit higher. He's making a huge impact. 25 minutes, 17 points. 11 rebounds, including 3 offensive boards, and 8 assists as well, and 1 block too. Update, the Sixers are actually playing a great third quarter, sis. RB. And look at this, too. The Sixers bench, they put up a total of 16 points, 11 from Quentin Grimes. That'll work. Not the best performance, but it'll still work. Embiid with a beautiful pass to Edwards for 3. Oh, my goodness. How did Joel Embiid know that Edwards was there? I don't know. I'm telling you, he has eyes behind his back. Just insane. Sixers are on a 19-6 run, and Edwards still made the 3-2. Yeah, unbelievable. Embiid with a pass up front to VJ. One more again to Edwards, and he airballed it. Oh, man, Sixers were playing really well out in transition that time, and they could not capitalize. Ingram hits a floater inside and cuts the deficit back to 11. Grimes with a 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Toronto. Quickly steps back, lets it fly, and Idris drains another 3 and makes it now an 8-point ball game, 97-89. Sixers are only up by 8. Grimes to Edgecombe. It'd be really nice to see VJ get involved here as he spins, turns, goes down the lane, finds Embiid with a free throw line jumper, and he nails it again. Joel Embiid making some noise coming on into this game here. In the third quarter, quickly another 3. This guy cannot be stopped. Emmanuel Quickly is 5 for 7 from downtown, and he's keeping the Raptors in this game. Edgecombe back to Embiid again. Embiid's three-point shot, wide left. Rebound Quickly. Outlet pass to Scotty Barnes. Barnes buys it on a pump fake, and he floats it up and in. And it's a 10-2 scoring run by the Toronto Raptors. 99-94. Sixers looking to try to close out this third quarter, at least winning and being up in this game. Edgecombe gets some space, puts up a 3, won't go. Embiid gets called for a foul, a loose ball foul called on Joel Embiid, and Sandro Mamukelashvili is going to step back on in for Brandon Ingram, and so is Jamison Battle. I loved that pass from Joel Embiid. He went behind his back. He was like, yep, I'm going to do a little underhanded toss behind my back and find Justin Edwards. And he did. Oubre tries to block the shot of Sandro Mamukelashvili. He does not. And by the way, Oubre gets called for a foul. And now it's only a 3-point game. Trying to go for the ball there. Jamal Shead will step on in. And the Sixers are only up by 3. And now they'll bring back Tyrese Maxey for Justin Edwards. They're doing so well, and all of a sudden, as soon as Joel Embiid came back in, and also, I believe it was Quentin Grimes, they got a little bit stale. The foul shot's good. It's a 2-point game. Oubre has the rock, dumps it off over to Embiid. Embiid gives it back over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey operating over at the logo. Embiid looking to set a pick for him. He does. Maxey back to Joel Embiid. Embiid goes downhill, goes up with a shot, and he's fouled with exactly 3 3/10 of a second remaining in the act of shooting. So they will slow the game down, and Joel will head back to the line. Embiid at the line to shoot 2 free throws. The first one, he hits it, and the Sixers are in double figures. So my final score prediction is going to be incorrect. I said 108 to 107, Sixers would finish and win by a point. After this, I do have to take a timeout once this quarter is done. Second free throw, by the way, by Philadelphia is good.
Excellent.
Home run pass over to Grady Dick, and it goes out of bounds. Sixers will get possession again with 1.6 seconds left to go in the third quarter. They'll have to inbound it from the backcourt, though. Underneath the basket, VJ Edgecombe will be the inbounder here. We got some more substitutions for Toronto. Maxey will get the inbound pass. He'll put up a three-quarters court shot. It's a prayer, and it's off the mark. And we're going to go into the fourth quarter. Sixers do lead it by 4. Not a good ending to that third quarter by Philadelphia, but overall a strong performance in that third quarter. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. we start off the fourth quarter. See how the Sixers manage Joel Embiid's minutes here. Well, so far, not a good start as R.J. Barrett Emmanuel quickly makes a little layup. And it's 101-99. Sixers only up by 2. Again, VJ Edgecombe, 4 points for him, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. He has not looked good so far today. Embiid gets fouled in the act of shooting. He was over at the nail and could not make the shot, but he will stay right where he's at and go to the line for 2 more foul shots. And again, we have not seen Jared McCain at all. Colin Murray Boyles is the one who's guilty for committing the shooting foul. Grady Dick, Murray Boyles, and Quickly, Barrett, and Mamu Kalashvili are still out there for the Raptors. The first foul shot won't go. It's no good for Joel. 101-99. This could put the Sixers up by 3. Embiid's foul shot is good.
Excellent.
Sixers have done a really good job from the line. 102-99. Sixers up by 3. Quickly with the ball, swings it around the timeline. Dick thought about firing the trigger, takes it right towards the nail, cuts to the basket, and now gives it back outside over to R.J. Barrett for a corner tray. Won't go. Trendon Watford snatches his 12th rebound of the game. Maxey going down the lane, lost the ball, got it pickpocketed by Grady Dick. He gets a steal. They have numbers. Dick goes up for a 2. It's blocked by Embiid. And an offensive rebound that's stolen away. It was off of Boyles' hands, and it got stolen by Tyrese Maxey. Maxey to Edgecombe. Edgecombe back to Tyrese. And Embiid gets fouled downhill. They try to hack Joel Embiid. Joel played very solid defense and was able to jump up and block Grady Dick's shots. Love the physicality from the big man down below. Able to get his first block of the game. Edgecombe will inbound it to Watford. Grimes looking to try to pass the rock. Instead, he'll drive it downhill, and he lost the ball again. Fumbled it, lost it, and it's snagged by Toronto. Quickly down the lane. Floater inside is up and in. Emmanuel Quickly. 18 points, 6 for 11 from the field. He is having quite a day out there in Philadelphia. And what was a big lead is now only down to 1 point for the 76ers. They still have controlled the tempo. Maxey going downhill with a layup inside, and he is fouled pretty hard. And will make his way back over to the line. So the Sixers have put up 4 points in this fourth quarter so far. He had a really nice block from Joel Embiid after Tyrese Maxey lost the ball on a careless turnover. And then Embiid got the block. And then Grimes lost the ball off of another steal by Grady Dick. I mean, that was his second steal on the second straight offensive possession by Philadelphia. Maxey does hit the first free throw. We'll see if he can capitalize here. He has 28 points in this game and has just put up another MVP-like performance. Foul shot number 2, got it.
Excellent.
104-101, 10-15 remaining in the fourth quarter. R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Colin Murray Boyles, and Grady Dick all out there for the Raptors. Dick tries to go with a 2 inside. Can't get it. Grimes, rebound for Philadelphia. He'll try to take it himself. Lost the ball. Watford there right behind him. He was the safety right there. Gives it back to Joel Embiid for 3. Embiid knocks it down. Joel Embiid from the pond. Dick for a 3. In and out it goes. Rebound by Joel Embiid. If Watford gets one more assist, he'll have himself a triple-double. Sixers offensive foul and another turnover on Quentin Grimes. And Darko Rajakovic is going to call a timeout here. 109-101. Sixers back up by 8. Embiid capitalizes on a 3. Tyrese Maxey's making his foul shots. And the Sixers already on an 8-0 scoring run. Beautiful. Hit that thumbs up button, people. Let's go. My chat's quiet. Where's everybody at? Get out. Come out of the shadows. What's everybody doing? Are there people here? Why is chat dead? What's going on? We have nobody talking. We got 43 people watching, and yet nobody has said a word since the beginning of the third quarter. What's up with that? Where is everyone? I know it's a Saturday night, but still, Sixers are winning. Things are looking good right now. What's up? WYA Dog is here. What's going on, dude? Drive by light JJ. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate you. 109 to 101. 76ers up on top. Beautiful. Other scores around the NBA. The Hawks, they lead at 96-70 against the LA Lakers with about 2:22 left to go in the third quarter. The Bulls, they're up by 10. It's 72-62 against the Cleveland Cavaliers with 10:19 left remaining in the third quarter. The Portland Trailblazers, they're down by 11 to the Miami Heat. 91-80 is the score there, and there's 4:13 remaining in quarter number 3. The New Orleans Pelicans, they're down by 10 against the San Antonio Spurs. Stephon Castle has 12 points and 11 assists. Is Wembanyama playing? That's another question. I'll double-check that, too. We'll see if Victor Wembanyama is playing in that game. I don't think he is. Oh, yes, he is. 21 minutes, 11 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He's turned the ball over 4 times. That's not really a Wembanyama-esque performance. Weird. 9 minutes and 34 seconds left to go. Hey, JJ, when's PG coming back? Well, what a dog. Yeah, a great question, old man Ferguson. I don't understand what's going on. It makes no sense to me. This guy is a full participant in practices, but he's not playing in games. What the heck is going on? It doesn't make sense. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's pathetic. End of story. I don't really know what else to say. It sucks. 9:23 left to go in the fourth quarter. I don't get it. Here's a little floater inside. No good. Andre Drummond gets a block, though, off of a Baji shot, and another offensive rebound by Toronto. VJ Edgecombe comes up with a miss off of a three-point shot there by the Raptors, and Edgecombe loses the ball out in transition. But then he gets the ball back. Sandro could not hang on to the ball. Watford gets it downhill over to Andre Drummond, and it'll still be Sixers ball as we have a whistle called on R.J. Barrett. 8:59 left to go in quarter number 4. Philadelphia in the driver's seat right now. We'll see if they can maintain this lead, though. Edgecombe, Watford, Maxey, Drummond, and Grimes are in there for Philadelphia. Maxey leading the way with 29 points. And as the ball gets inbounded to Grimes, we have another whistle called on the Raptors. And already 4 personal fouls called on Toronto. That certainly does help the Sixers. If you can get them in the bonus, that really could give you the upper hand, too. Watford will inbound it over to Tyrese Maxey at the top of the key. Maxey goes over towards the nail, finds Watford, cutting back towards the basket, and he makes the reverse layup. Watford, 19 points. Here's Sandro with a contested layup. I don't know how he hit it, but he did. It went in somehow, some way. 111-103. 8-point lead for the 76ers. Edgecombe back to Drummond. And the ball got deflected by Sandro, and it goes out of bounds over towards the near sideline. Guys can't... Well, Ferguson, I don't understand because he's playing in full practices and he's not playing in the games. It's one thing if he's not a full participant in practices, but he is. Edgecombe steps back, tries to hit a three-point shot, and it's just not been his day at all. He is 0 for 4 from downtown. He's 2 for 10 from the field. He did almost come away with a steal. Almost does not count. It'll still be Raptors' possession. and they will inbound it underneath their own basket as Brandon Ingram will step back on in for R.J. Barrett. 111-103. Sixers have put up 10 points so far in this fourth quarter. 8:17 left to be played. Ingram trying to get open, and now it's quickly, and they zip it around the timeline. Boyles goes up with a layup inside, and he got it, man. 111-105. Really, yeah. He's a full participant in these practices, and he's not playing in these games. It's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it, and it's so frustrating. It's one thing if he's hurt, but he's a full participant. So that's the crazy part about it. Edgecombe almost lost the ball, goes up with a layup inside. He rushed it, grabs his own miss, though, tries to get the rebound through traffic. Andre Drummond got it instead, dribbled it off of his own knee, and a dive by Silvo for Toronto, and the Watford will get the ball. Watford to Drummond downhill. Drummond got it pickpocketed, and the Raptors will keep it here. It'll still be Philadelphia ball. Last touch by Andre Drummond. 7 minutes and 26 seconds left to be played in this fourth quarter. Edgecombe really just has not found a rhythm. He's not getting open. He's taking tough shots, and hopefully he can try to be better. Watford was down underneath the basket. He cut it back over to Drummond. Drummond got his own rebound, and he still made the layup. I don't know why Watford didn't take the shot originally. I'll have to go back to the replay there, but it looked like that he had some space to be able to operate, and there was a nice pass. Could have gotten an assist there off the inbound pass, but Watford instead passed it up. Andre Drummond grabs another rebound. He's been a rebounding machine in this game. What else is new? 5 rebounds for him. Didn't really look like it after the first quarter that he was going to have a big game off the glass. But he is. Maxey going down the lane, spinning, turning, going up with a 2. Almost made that shot. And it was a tough one. Quickly got the rebound, gets past everybody. Here he comes running downhill with a head of steam, and he lays it up, can't lay it in, but a foul called on Grimes. Oubre, Barnes, and Barrett are going to step back on into this game. Kelly comes on in for Quentin Grimes, and Scotty Barnes and R.J. Barrett will return for the Raptors. About 6 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter, and the Sixers have an 8-point lead. Barrett will bounce it over to Murray Boyles. He's at the top of the key. Hands it off over to Ingram. Ingram driving down the lane with a lot of ferocity. And Andre Drummond tried to block it. And they're going to call a shooting foul on Andre Drummond. Ended up snatching his hand. Made some contact with that left hand of his. And Ingram will head back on over to the nail. He did get a piece of the hand there, so I can understand why they called that a shooting foul. But there were some that were just bad. Is McCain even on the bench? I don't know. He has not played at all in this game. I don't know if they're saving him for tomorrow or what's going on. The free throw by Ingram is good. They actually said that he made a layup, too. They gave him the layup. I didn't know if they were going to count it at first. Maxey tried to go downhill with a dunk, and the ball got deflected out of his hands. Last touch by Colin Murray Boyles. He blocked the shots. Met him right at the rim. 8 blocks for the Sixers, 5 for the Raptors. Edgecombe got the inbound pass, and the Sixers turn it over yet again. Another careless mistake by Philadelphia. They got to get back on defense. Barnes dribbling, penetrating on the outside. And Jamal Shead now will get possession of the rock. Ingram with a contested 2. Good defense by Edgecombe. And a nice rebound there, too, by Andre Drummond. Edgecombe to Watford. Watford looking to dump it off over to Maxey, but he was blitzed. Now instead he dumps it off over to Oubre, and he gets hit in the face by Brandon Ingram. What's up, Rising Rhino? 5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in quarter number 4. And Oubre will head on over to the line, and the reason being, well, the Sixers are in the bonus. They are in the bonus, so Oubre will shoot 2 free throws. And the first foul shot, in and out it goes. Could not get the soft touch there. Kelly is 1 for 6 from downtown. And so far on the season from the line, he is shooting 79%, which is one of his highest percentages in a little bit of time. Knocks down the second foul shot. And it's still a 2-possession game.
Excellent.
114 to 108. Sheehan outside. Gives it off over to Brandon Ingram. We know that he can heat up in the fourth quarter. Sheehan for a 3 in the face of Maxey. Maxey was maybe just a little bit late, but he still contested it. Just maybe gave him a little smidge of daylight, and it's a 1-possession game. And we have a timeout taken. I don't understand how come they just continued to give VJ the ball when all he's doing is just being super passive. I mean, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Like number 50. Thanks for letting me know. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. 114, 111. We got a timeout taken by Toronto. Sixers lead it by 3. Let's go! Really do need water for basketball, huh? Forgot about that. Lakers are down by like 29 points to the Atlanta Hawks. Man, insane. I see that the Cavs are down by 5 to the Chicago Bulls with about 6:03 left to go in the third quarter. By the way, guys, make sure that you go subscribe to Rising Rhino. Sorry, I got a little bit lost in the sauce there, Rhino. But make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the bell icons, and that way you will know when Rising Rhino does go live for all his football content. Man, it's nice. We're in the zone, baby. We're in the zone. It's beautiful. 114, 111. Sixers have a 3-point advantage. Their defense has sort of gone back to their old ways, though. Scotty Barnes has been a +9. Their bench has kept them in this game. Colin Murray-Boyles has had a very good day off the bench. And Sandro Mamukelashvili has also done his job, too. 2 steals, 1 block over on defense, and 10 points. So Maxey went through this, too. Give him some time, and he'll be fine, says old man Ferguson. I hope so. I do hope so. I agree that you do have to give this guy some time, but I'm also trying to win a game. So, I mean, do we want to give him? Do we want to just continue to give him the rock at this type of a rate that they're giving him at? It seems like almost every offensive possession, he's holding on to the ball for really, really long. Watford has a career-high 9 assists, and he needs 1 more to get a triple-double. Edgecombe dumps it off over to Maxey. Another dribble handoff over to Trendon Watford. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Drummond in there for Joel Embiid. Watford spinning. Watford turning, trying to hit a 2. A foul called on Toronto with exactly 2 seconds on the shot clock. He tried to float it up and in, and Scotty Barnes got called for a shooting foul. And Watford will head to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. Raptors money line right now, they say that they're at +400. So Vegas obviously favors the Philadelphia 76ers. 3 more subs till we get to 81-40, folks. Watford at the line. They'll shoot 2 free throws. The 24-year-old in his fourth season last year with Brooklyn, he shot 33% from three. So far, he's shooting 60% from three. Hit the first foul shot, second one, can't do so. Andre Drummond can't hang on to the rebound. Scotty Barnes goes up with the contested two, and Andre Drummond plays very good defense. Watford leading the fast break. Edgecombe laying it up and laying it in. That was a good finish. VJ Edgecombe sprinting past everybody, and Edgecombe lays it in. Maybe that layup can get him going. 117-111. He's still in single digits in the scoring department. Edgecombe trying to get back on this defender quickly. They'll swing it around the timeline again. Barnes with a wide open shot. Can't knock down the three. And Edgecombe hauls in and hugs his miss. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Watford throws it away. It was supposed to be a handoff over to Maxey, and now it's a 3-on-2 fast break. RJ Barrett beats up on Watford, eats him right at the rim, and it's now a 4-point ball game. RJ Barrett's averaging 21 points per game this season. He is 15, 6, and 3 in this game. 6 assists, that is, and 3 rebounds. Edgecombe wants to take it himself. Goes downhill into the mid-post. Puts it up and puts it in. He says, shut up, JJ. I'm going to make my points any way you look at it. 119, 113, 3:25 left to go. Another three by Barrett. It's good. And the Sixers will take a timeout. It's 3:15 left to go in this game, and the Sixers lead it 119-116. Timeout by Nick Nurse. Now, the question that I have for you is, should Joel Embiid come back in the game? Should Joel Embiid come back in the game? I say no. They're going to put him back in, but I would say no. If you're trying to win this game, it's no. And I think that they should try to win this game because there's a back-to-back, and you got to be back here tomorrow night. So I would say no. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. VJ Edgecombe, 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. He is 4 for 14 from the field. Has not looked good from 3. He's missed all 4 of his shots. But he's played a pretty good job. He's done a pretty good job on defense, though. I'll tell you that. I'm surprised that Jabari Walker has only played 5 minutes in this game. I am surprised. I did not think that Nick Nurse would do that. Adem Bona has only played in 6 minutes. They love going to Andre Drummond. And, well, 16 minutes for him, 4 points, 5 or 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 turnover. Watford did get his first career triple-double, so congratulations to him. Edgecombe gets the inbound pass. Joel Embiid is back out there. Sheehan guarding Edgecombe. Edgecombe rolling down the lane, finishing with a 2. VJ Edgecombe has entered into the building, and he has scored on each of the last 3 possessions for Philadelphia. 121-116, 5-point lead for the Sixers. Ingram back downhill over to Barnes. A 3 by RJ Barrett, close but no cigar. And Joel Embiid gets the rebound. And the Sixers will slow things down. Edgecombe to Maxey. Maxey almost lost his dribble. And now dribbles it back on the outside of the 3-point line. Tries to float it up and in. Can't do so. Oubre gets the rebound. And he slams it home instead. Kelly Oubre Jr. flying out of nowhere and coming down like a hurricane. 123-116. Oubre tried to block the shot of RJ Barrett, and he couldn't do so. 2:05 left to go. Old man Ferguson says, told you so. Did you really think that he was going to score on those last 3 possessions? I don't think so. I'll take it, though, any day of the week. I really will. Edgecombe tries to find Embiid downhill. He volleyball tips it in. Sixers lead it by 9. Everything going their way. Timeout taken by Toronto as this crowd explodes. I told you so. He didn't tell me that he was going to score on the next 3 plays. But all right, I'll take it. It's nice. 125 to 116. Sixers up by 9. Trendon Watford has 20, Joel Embiid has 27, and Tyrese Maxey has 29 points. This is how I expect the ball movement to be. I will tell you this, I liked how things have gone in the second half. I think that this is their best second half that they've had in their first 7 games. A complete second half. If you really go back to all these games, even the 5 games that they've won, they have always put up a bad third quarter. And with that, this second half really has been pretty darn good. All 5 starters for the Sixers have 10-plus points. Barrett will inbound it over to Scotty Barnes. A dump-off pass back over to R.J. Barrett, who puts up a shot, and he's fouled by VJ with 1:50 left remaining in the fourth. We'll have some more free throws. You just got to hang on to this lead, though. Let's go. I like your call, says Alien. Thank you. Allie on base. Sorry. I am a little bit, I don't want to say dyslexic, but there's some times where I'm talking really fast and then I'm like looking at chat and then I have to squint my eyes a little bit just to see who the users are. Allie on base, thank you very much. Second foul shot, that's good. 125, 118, Sixers lead it by 7. And they got to get a bucket here. Edgecombe looking to try to pass it to Watford, but he threw it away. It was like a bad pass from a quarterback over to a wide receiver and an easy pick by Toronto. Watford trying to play defense on Brandon Ingram, and Oubre is the one that actually swapped the ball out of his hand. Ingram. Watford was also there too, and the Raptors will inbound it underneath their own basket. 93 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Sixers trying to drop or anchor down on defense. And we have a turnover called on Toronto. Quickly, I believe, turned it over. 93 seconds left to go. Quickly did not get the inbound pass off in time. That's what happened. An 8-second violation, or a 5-second violation, excuse me. And the Sixers have the ball. Watford back over to Maxey. Maxey had to go chase after that ball. It almost went out of bounds. Almost overthrew it. Maxey steps back, lets it fly, and he locks it in. 127 to 118. Maxey trying to defend R.J. Barrett. It's hard to do so, and he makes the 2 anyways. It's 127 to 120. 1 minute left to go in the fourth quarter. Edgecombe with the rock now. Sixers offense, they are staying right where they are. Embiid now comes for a pick. Edgecombe lost the ball, but he got tripped up by Scotty Barnes. They will give a personal foul on Scotty, and the shot clock will reset again. Dude, that step back 2 by Tyrese Maxey inside the three-point line was deadly. That was Damian Lillard-esque. How do you stop that? It's hard. 127-120. Scotty Barnes just fouled out. And because the Sixers are in the bonus, they'll send VJ Edgecombe to the line. First foul shot, nothing but net for VJ Edgecombe. I guess what's way off is Alex. So is mine. I said 108-107, and I'm happy to be wrong. 11 points for VJ. Second foul shot won't go. Watford gets the offensive rebound. That's his fourth offensive rebound today. And again, he has his first triple-double of his career as well. Embiid gets fouled, and we will have more free throws coming on up for the Philadelphia 76ers. That was R.J. Barrett guilty for fouling Joel. It wasn't in the act of shooting, but regardless, because the Sixers are in the bonus, Joel will head back over to the line. Actually, wasn't the act of shooting. I thought that maybe they signaled foul on the floor. 39 and a half seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and the Sixers are less than 40 seconds away from getting their sixth win of the season. First foul shot by Embiid. Got it to go. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style. If you guys like it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. 129-120. Second free throw by Embiid. He holds his pose. It's good.
Excellent.
130 points for the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. Quickly puts up a three. He's human. Needed a heat check there, and he got one. Trendon Watford ends up getting the rebound, and Tyrese Maxey will dribble this one out. 7 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock, and the Sixers will get a shot clock violation as the fans stand on up, and everybody is ready to celebrate this win. Just what a great game, man. The old school, I'll tell you this, the uniforms are absolutely awesome. They really are. 7.2 seconds left to go. The Raptors will inbound it, and that'll do it. The Philadelphia 76ers able to win their sixth game of the season. Ring that bell. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Once again tonight. And Trendon Watford, what a game for him. And the Sixers will celebrate this win and be back tomorrow night. It's great. Beautiful. Let's go. All right, there's a lot to talk about. I do want to host a post-game show, and I will get you guys to calling in. 610-314-0844 is how you dial on into the show. Trendon Watford, I got to go with him, and Tyrese Maxey as my co. I'm going with two, man. It's hard to choose between one. I'm going to go with Maxey and Watford. Really, they were awesome. Look, okay, there was no Jakob Poeltl tonight. You figured that the Sixers were going to try to find a way to use Joel Embiid a little bit more, because even Embiid, when he's going up against a guy like Scotty Barnes, at this stage of Joel Embiid's career, there is no excuse why Joel Embiid can't put up at least 20 points against a guy like Scotty Barnes. They had to double team him. They knew that they weren't going to get any size on him, and so when they did double team him a lot in the beginning, I've noticed that Embiid did turn the ball over a couple of times, and then he made his adjustments in the second half They weren't just handing the ball off. I got to give credit to Nick Nurse, at least a little bit of credit, because the floor spacing looked really good. The ball movement looked more crisp. It looked like guys were moving away from the ball a little bit more, especially in that third quarter. There's still a lot of things to clean up, and I will talk more about that. And I really want to hear what your thoughts are as well. But overall, that second half was great. You outscored this Raptors team 62 to 47. That'll work. Or 57, that is. Yeah. I just didn't like how the way that the third quarter ended. I thought that they came out firing out of the gates from the third quarter. And then VJ Edgecombe. Shame on me, man. I apologize. I will eat crow for what I said. I'm happy that he stepped up. He scored on like 4 possessions in a row. And it's funny because coach always tells me, one of my coaches, he always says, sometimes when you hit a layup, that's all that you need. You need to see the ball go through the hoop. And that's what ultimately matters. And I think that actually sort of got him a little bit more so on a roll. But yeah, really good stuff. I liked what Tyrese Maxey did in that second half. There was one pass that Joel Embiid made where he zipped it all the way over to Justin Edwards in that far corner for a wide open 3. I mean, that was flashy as heck. How about the in-between-the-legs pass from Trenton Watford to Tyrese Maxey right behind his back? That was ridiculous as well. Are you for real? Are you kidding me? Trenton Watford, what a signing he's been. And Daryl Morey, so far, looking very good from what the Sixers have done in regards to their offseason moves. So, yes, a win that they needed, a win that had to be provided, especially after you lost 2 in a row to the Bulls and the Cavs. We still have other things to discuss as well. There's other question marks, but I want to be a little bit positive, and I want to just talk about the good things that happened tonight. I will get to the negatives in a sec, but I would just like to sort of lay in the positives. I mean, they did win this game, and yeah, they did what they had to do. They took care of business, and hopefully they do so again tomorrow night. That's what you would really like to see. Another positive tonight, I'm going to go to Joel Embiid. It's just good to see this guy going out there getting his points. I think that I know that he only took 4 threes tonight. I still felt like that he took more than that. But he got to the line 9 times. That does work. And again, that's because he got double teamed a lot. And he looked a little bit more so like his old self on offense. Even though he wasn't going up against a lot of tall guys, I still felt like he was moving pretty well. The rebounding still continues to be a problem. I think that he's having issues with jumping. He's not the rebounder that he used to be. He did have that one nice block, though. It was a beautiful chase down block, I believe, in the fourth quarter. I wish I could have taken notes on when that was. But yes. So that was cool, too. Let's talk about the things that concerned me and the things that were negative. I will start off with Jared McCain. That's not really a negative. I'm just wondering why he didn't play. I really don't know. I have no clue. I'm hoping that Nick Nurse will provide some information on that. Maybe they said that he was going to be on the bench tonight, even though I didn't see him on the bench. I mean, the old man Ferguson brought it up, too. I really didn't see him on the bench. It wasn't like the NBC Sports crew was really focused on the bench, but I'm just saying every time that they did pan to the bench, I couldn't see him. I didn't see him. So, curious as to why he didn't play, because he wasn't listed as out for tonight. I don't know. And we'll find out answers, I'm sure, after the game or during the post-game press conferences. What else was a negative tonight? What else needs to be cleaned up? What else has to be better? The other thing, too, that I was a little bit annoyed with in that third quarter specifically, there was a time where we just went back to dribble handoffs again. When Joel Embiid came back on in with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, and Andrew, Quentin Grimes was out there. He turned the ball over. He did. I'm realizing that Quentin Grimes makes some really boneheaded mistakes. I like him as a shooter. I think that he can make plays at times, but if you give him the ball too much, it's hard for this guy to fully go out there and thrive because he's going to make mistakes. And he makes them at a higher clip, especially over these last 3 games, more than I'd like. So he didn't really get as many minutes in that fourth quarter, I don't think. I didn't really see him out there much for the fourth quarter, but that was something that I was sort of scratching my head with as well. But yes, overall, great to see Joel Embiid get 29 points in 26 minutes. He was hitting the mid-range shots. He got to the cup a couple of times. Sort of turned back the clock a little bit. It was good. I look at this game and I say to myself, this is sort of how I want the offense to be. You look at the shot distribution, right? Embiid 10 for 16. Tyrese Maxey 12 for 24. Oubre 8 for 15. Watford 8 for 10. Like, from those starters alone, just from those 4 guys, that's good. It's a very that right there shows that there was more balance, and there was. The eye test showed that too in the second half, but there was more balance in the offensive distribution. It didn't really feel like somebody was dominating the ball. It felt like guys were moving. Guys were setting screens for each other. I saw Embiid more as a screener in that second half, and even when they were doing the dribble handoffs, I mean, somebody was cutting to the basket. Somebody was right behind Tyrese Maxey trying to get open. There were people that were also setting picks away from screens. I saw one play where Oubre set a pick on it was a down screen that he provided, and Tyrese Maxey was up, and Grimes was moving for the ball, and he got around that screen, and Grimes was able to hit a 3 out of it, to my recollection. So that was nice. VJ Edgecombe. I was happy he took over in that fourth quarter. Good for him. He had a tough night. It's been a tough past couple of games for him, and that shows me that this kid has fight. He does. When the going gets rough, he stepped up, and he found a way to still make an impact. That matters. That's big. That, to me, is what separates a good player from a good player from a star. When it's not your night, he did keep shooting the ball, but I thought that layup helped him. Sometimes you just got to wait for that ball to go through the hoop. 610-314-0844 is how you dial on into the show. I'm not really going to take long phone calls tonight, but if you guys want to call on in and give me your thoughts, I will open up the phone lines right now and let you guys come on and speak. All right? So let's do that right now. We're going to turn D&D off, and we will turn the Bluetooth that is, on. Good. All right. So calling in if you guys want to. Again, for those of you that are tuning on in, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. There it is. Good. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm really happy with how they played in that second half. I could not have said that any better. I thought that was their most complete second half that they played in. And, yeah. I thought that we gave up way too many wide open threes, though, in that first half. And then the Raptors came back down to earth. Momentum was on our side, and we took advantage. You know? A great win tonight. And look, Joel Embiid did not go up against Jakob Poeltl. I still see this as a positive step, though, for Joel, because he was able to get the 29 points. He actually didn't even really look that slow out there on the court tonight. Felt like that he sort of was a little bit faster and made some big-time plays, even on defense, too. He did. Scotty Barnes was chucking up threes at the end. That really did hurt them. Remember how Emmanuel Quickley and Jamal Sheehan, right? Was it Jamal Sheehan? Yes, it was. Were like 5 for 5 from 3 in the first quarter. Insane. Well, they ended the game, and this is what I really wanted to say. They ended the game shooting 8 for 14. This Raptors team, though, this is the stat that I look at. They were 10 for their first 12 from 3. Ever since then, ever since they were 10 for 12, they ended up shooting 6 for their last 26 from the second quarter on. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I don't think I gave enough love to Trendon Watford. That man has looked very sharp so far in the Sixers uniform. That guy was getting rebounds. He looked like he was actually playing, sort of kind of reminded me a little bit of like what the Sixers wanted Robert Covington to be. Maybe that's a good comparison. A guy that could play good defense, but also could contribute on the offensive side and be a little bit of a playmaker and make plays for other guys. I think that's like what they wanted Robert Covington to be. Some people would say, well, they wanted him to be a really good 3-and-D guy, but when you first brought him up, I think that they expected Robert was going to be more so of a playmaker too. Watford has certainly showed in these last couple of games that he can make plays. Now again, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. This was, yes, against the Toronto Raptors. And the Raptors really have not played bad basketball. They haven't played terrible basketball at all. Let's see how he does tomorrow. Let's see how VJ does tomorrow. And you out-rebounded them 54-38. You dominated in that second half. That's all that we've asked for. Just start off the third quarter strong. They didn't get blown out tonight. That's a positive step in the right direction. And really, they had the control. The only thing that led up was the end. They were up by 10 points with, I believe, 2 minutes to go in that third quarter. They were up by, they were actually up. They were up by 13. They were up by 13 points with 2:03 left to go. Was it 84-97? And then they just went on a 13-4 run. That was the difference. As soon as Joel Embiid came back in for Andre Drummond and VJ Edgecombe came on in for Tyrese Maxey, they went on that big run. So, yeah. And they had to take Justin Edwards out. I thought that the rotations tonight from Nick Nurse were actually pretty good, especially in the second half there. Again, don't understand why McCain didn't play. I'll be interested in hearing what ended up going on, maybe what they're doing is they're going to play Jared McCain tomorrow, and they're going to sit Embiid tomorrow. But I still don't understand if he was just a healthy scratch or like I mean, yeah, he wasn't listed as out for tonight. Just doesn't make sense. So most games have 25 plus points and 5 plus assists to start off a season. Tyrese Maxey has 9. He's tied with Luka Doncic, who had 9 back in 2022, 2023. And Allen Iverson in 2000, 2001 leads with 11. Pretty good company there. Good for VJ. Great game for Trendon Watford. Really good game from Tyrese Maxey, even though he went cold in that fourth quarter. VJ Edgecombe found a way to step up, and he closed out the deal. VJ closed it out. This was a team win. And Watford getting their first career triple-double, and it made an impact on the game. So now we have to wait and see what Nick Nurse has to say. And again, you guys can call in. You can let me know. Paul Hudrick said this. Nick Nurse said Jared McCain was available tonight, and there were scenarios where he might use him, but those scenarios did not play out. He will be available tomorrow. Expected coaches talk. Doesn't really surprise me. I just think that they were going to try to fool everybody and say, we're not putting him in today. He'll play tomorrow. So I don't really buy into the whole, well, we didn't really think that he would fit in during a couple of these spots or whatever he said. He was available for some scenarios, but those scenarios did not play out. I don't buy that. I don't. All right. With that, I think that that's going to wrap it up for me. All right. I love you all very much. I will be back on Monday. I'm not doing tomorrow's game. I will be back, though, on Monday, and I will see you all then. All right. Love you all. Keep your notification bell icons turned on, too. And, yeah, see you then. Lala Tov. Good night.